Hey guys, my name is Sophia and today I'm going to be sharing with all the classics I want to read in 2018. I made this video for 2017 a while back and it got really popular, so I was like, let's do it again because views. But, so I have 12 classics, 3 of them, I think 3. 3 of them are on my Kindle, so I'll show them like periodically throughout the video. We're just gonna get right into it. So the first book is 1984 by George Orwell. This was on my 2017 list. I never got to it, but I mentioned in a couple of videos that I've been reading more books on my Kindle, mainly classics, because for some reason it's easier on my Kindle. So I plan on reading this one very soon. I know it's kind of similar with Fahrenheit 451, which I really liked. So yeah, I'm planning on reading this soon. Next book I only have the 6th one, and I have to read the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and that is the Chronicles of Narnia. So I need to obtain the 5th one and the 7th one, and then I'll have the whole series so I can read the last 3. They're super short, as you can see, and I really want to finish the series. And I want to see which of the last 3 are my favorites, because my favorites so far are the 2nd one and the 4th one. So maybe the 6th one will be my favorite, who knows. But I just like the even number books in this series. The next classic that I want to get to is Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. I don't know if this was on my list or not for 2017, but it's on my list for 2018. I have 2 copies of this, technically 3 if you count my Kindle edition, so I'm excited to read it hopefully soon. Maybe January I'll start with this one. So the next 2 books are books I need to read for school. So the first one is going to be Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Hopefully you saw that. Hopefully there's not much of a glare. But yeah, so Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte is one I want to read, and I'm reading it for a research paper in English. And then we also are going to be reading a Shakespeare play. And the one they said we were going to read was Othello by Shakespeare. Hopefully I don't blind you, don't know, can't see, don't have a viewfinder that comes out. But yes, Othello by Shakespeare. It is the play we're going to read this year, and I haven't read a Shakespeare play since freshman year, so full circle, high school full circle. Next book I plan on read, as you can see there's a lot of children's lit in here because they're easy to read, is Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. I want to read only Little Woman. This edition has a lot. Yeah, this edition has like, I don't know, this is a very big edition of it, but yes. I plan on reading this soon. I have, again, another copy of this that'll be easier to read than carrying around this one because I don't want to damage this. I don't want to take it out in public. It stays in the safety of the household. Next is another children's classic because I like them. Anne of Green Gables by Lucy Montgomery or L.M. Montgomery. I want to read this. It's a Canadian classic. I haven't read a Canadian classic, so I thought, hey, let's pick this up. I think I saw an animated TV show somewhere in the past, so yeah, gonna pick this up. I hear it's really nice and cool, and it's not that long. Nice and cool. I'm so descriptive. Next is another Jane Austen novel because I like Pride and Prejudice, so I want to read this one, and that's Northanger Abbey. This was, I believe, on my 2017 list, so I want to read it. It's the shortest one of her works, and it makes fun of the Gothic times, so I want to read this. And how many times can I say I want to read this in a video? Someone count. Next we have Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. That's 2 Bronte books on this list, which is interesting, but I want to read this one because it interests me, so there's that. And 2, I've heard that people who like Wuthering Heights don't like Jane Eyre, and people who like Jane Eyre don't like Wuthering Heights, and I want to see if I fall into that or if I'm the weird one who hates both or likes both. So I want to read both of them, and I like this cover, so that's mainly why I want to read it. So next, let's show you the last Kindle book I have that I want to read. Well, it's not the last one I have at all, but it's like the one on this list that I plan on reading in 2018. Oh, you might not be able to see that at all, but it's The Princess and the Goblin by George MacDonald. Yeah, this one interests me a lot. I feel like it's like the Labyrinth movie, so I want to read it because goblins. And I hope I didn't blind y'all again. Next video is more of a modern classic, I guess, and that is Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. I have read at least half of this book already, but then I had to stop because I was borrowing a friend's edition and he was angry because I took like 7 months to read half a book. So yeah, I got my own copy. I have the second one as well, which I think is the 2 Towers. I don't know. But yeah, so I want to read this one. It has very tiny print, which I don't like, but yeah, I like the cover though, and I have a matching second book, and now I just need a 3rd one, and I'll read the whole trilogy. Slowly. Very, very slowly. Okay, moving on. And then the last books I want to read in 2018 classic-wise is a Dickens novel. So I own physically Great Expectations, but on my Kindle I have A Tale of Two Cities and Oliver Twist, and I think I might go with The Tale of Two Cities because it's mentioned in The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare, and I want to read it because I want to know why she chose that book for Will and Tessa to bond over. But also Great Expectations, and I've heard a lot about, and then Oliver Twist. Obviously I've heard a lot about, and I like the movie Oliver and Company that Disney made, which is based off of that. So a Dickens novel is what I want to read, and it can't be The Christmas Carol because I've already read that. Alright, so those are all the classics I plan on reading in 2018. Probably gonna change this list every month because I just pick up a classic that I feel like reading, and what are my hands doing? But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed making this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, stay classy and keep reading. Bye!